Good evening and welcome to Local Music Rocks. I'm your host, Ike Keltz. Local Music Rocks is a monthly live music show taped here at Westford Cat Studios in Westford, Massachusetts. We feature the most talented singers, songwriters, and musicians from all over New England. You can check us out at localmusicrocks.com or on Facebook at Local Music Rocks Westford. Tonight we're featuring a very talented singer-songwriter from Roslindale, Massachusetts. And his name is Carlin Tripp. You can check out his music at carlintrippmusic.com. We'll also have a flashback to last month's artist from the Indian Hill Music School, the Indian Hill Jazz Ensemble, and you can check out more about that school at indianhillmusic.org. We thank you for watching the show tonight, and without further ado, let's hear some music from Carlin Tripp.
The man must find his work any way he can. He will go out there on the road, lend a helping hand. Oh, and some may choose to take their time, walk a different kind of line, and we're all in this together through sun and stormy weather. But right back home to you, right back home to you, there are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, right back home to you. Well, I will see you when tomorrow comes. Now tell you about the girl I love. She is sent from up above. She's nowhere in between the best I've ever seen. Oh, I took her hand and held it strong, said in the morning I'll be gone, but soon I will return. So let that fire burn on. Right back home to you, right back home to you. There are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, right back home to you. Well, I will see you when tomorrow comes. And I was lost on country roads, riding shotgun with the ghosts of shadows in the lights. I grabbed the wheel, I took control, and I surrendered to the sound. Lonely hearts that beat out loud while I hear them in the night. But I know we'll be alright, yeah. Right back home to you, right back home to you. There are things I must do before I'm gone. Right back home to you, right back home to you. Well, I will see you when tomorrow comes. So, Jack in the Night is a song that I wrote when I was back living at home after dropping out of college for the fourth time. And it was just sort of a reflection on what it meant to feel like an outcast sitting at home playing the guitar. The sun goes down and the trouble remains when you gamble with God again and again. But off in the distance there's a light in the mist. You gotta push through the darkness with a mighty fist. Oh, whoa, it's just the way it goes. But if you can understand He may seem like a joker, but he's still got a plan, and he knows what he knows, darling. Life's like a river, hell comes, then it goes a jack in the night. He's talking to himself about the wrong and the right, all the right. The young man does his best to get by. Lord, he tries, and he swims, but the river is wide. The young woman does the same, but it's a different game. All she waits on the banks, calling his name. Oh, whoa, it's just the way it goes. But if you can understand, he may seem like a joker, but he's still got a plan, and he knows what he knows, darling. A life's like a river, hell comes, then it goes a jack in the night. He's talking to himself about the wrong and the right, all the right. And all that water that rushes over his head, the man, that light from above, it turns the devil cast red. But she's an angel he sees, dropping down on her knees. Yeah, she prays to the stars, earth and the trees. Oh, whoa, it's just the way it goes. But if you can understand, he may seem like a joker, but he's still got a plan, and he knows what he knows, darling. A life's like a river, hell comes, then it goes a jack in the night. He's talking to himself about the wrong and the right, all the right, all the right. Cool. Okay, so Ghost at the Wheel is a song that I wrote about being a traveling musician, going from town to town, hanging out with strangers, playing music, and then getting back in the car and going back home, and always just kind of feeling like a passerby or passing through, you know. Well, I see these towns from the outside, and so I've learned to look within. No rambling man, always traveling the land. No postcards from where I've been. And these tires keep on rolling, and the days go wandering by. But I sit here like a ghost at the wheel, neath that neon, no vacancy sign. Oh my, oh my. And from that mighty redwood forest to the banks of the Jersey Shore, well, I make my home in New England. Yeah, spend my days searching for more. And these tires keep on rolling, and the days go wandering by. But I sit here like a ghost at the wheel, neath that neon, no vacancy sign. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. And no one can say that I should have stayed. There's no place that I'd rather be than behind the wheel of this automobile, just cruising who's in the land of the free. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. Now I reminisce now on those back roads, searching for that peace of mind. And every stranger I greet's a new friend that I meet. Well, I share these words in kind, 'cause all these tires keep on rolling, and the days go wandering by. But I sit here like a ghost at the wheel, 'neath that neon, no vacancy sign. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my. Oh my, oh my.
All right. Hi, we're here with Carlin Tripp. Carlin, great first couple songs.
Thank you.
Loved it on the acoustic, man. You're
Yeah.
a very talented singer-songwriter.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Tell us about yourself. Like, when did you first start playing guitar?
Okay, so I started playing guitar when I was 17.
Okay.
My folks had gotten divorced, and I had been given an acoustic guitar by a relative of mine, and I think that quickly became the instrument of my escape, if you will.
Nice.
And I'd always been a huge fan of music, so it was sort of natural for me to try to get into it. You know, I wanted to play other people's songs. I wanted to learn how to play all these songs that I, really loved so much.
Cool.
And so that was where I started. I just started playing, and I tried to learn as much as I could, and I just taught myself. I used the internet. It was right there. It said, hey, this is how this song goes. And and then I branched out, and then I wanted to write my own stuff.
Okay.
So I took all those little tricks and just kind of got going with it.
And then you did some touring in your 20s, right?
Well, I wouldn't call it touring. I was mainly, it was more like college hopping. But, what happened was I went to Northeastern University, and I spent about a year and a half there, and just played guitar all the time, hung out with people that played guitar. And then I ended up going out to New Mexico. So I went to the College of Santa Fe out there, and same thing, I went to school, and I just kind of played guitar the entire time. And then I came home.
Saved a lot of money on books, though.
Yeah, and
Not gonna buy
I
'em.
saved
It's
a
probably
lot of
good
money
deal.
on books.
Yeah.
And no, I think I still bought the books. I just didn't use them. I returned them in, like new condition.
Okay.
And but the whole time, the whole driving force for me was the guitar, and I just kept writing songs, and I'd come home and I'd play them for my friends and family, and then I'd go somewhere else. I moved to Colorado, Virginia, New Hampshire, all over the place before finally coming back to New Bedford. And then I lived in New Bedford for about 4.5 years, and that was when things kind of started to pick up a little bit, and I started playing more shows, and I started to have that repertoire where I could really get out and play some music, and get paid to do it, which is, kind of like, now you're like, all right, I can justify this a little bit anyway.
I got $50,
Yeah,
man.
2 or 3
I can
times
do
a
it
week.
another week. So you actually run your own coffee house night.
I do, yeah, and so just sort of like...
It's called what, 18
It's
strings?
called 18 Strings, and it was basically an excuse for me, because I realized what happens is the more you play music, the less you can go see music.
Yes.
And so I was like seeing all these cool people, meeting cool people, but never actually getting to hear them perform.
Tell us where this is.
So 18 Strings is at the Dedham Square Coffee House,
Okay.
just sort of southwest of Boston proper.
Is that a certain night of the week? Or-
No, it's once a month.
Okay.
And we kind of just make it up as we go along.
Next one's coming up on April 15th?
April 15th sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the date. Yeah, I've got Grace Morrison and Jason Kelly coming up. They're actually from the South Coast as well. They're kind of like New Bedford players, friends of mine, and yeah, so I'm really excited to have them come up. And we've got like 4 more booked, so I won't list off all the names, but
That's
you
great.
know.
So if you want to see some good music down in Dedham, Dedham Square Coffee House.
Dedham Square Coffee House. Yep.
Okay, awesome.
Hit us up.
You've also got a CD.
I do have a CD, yep. I recorded an album 2 years ago. It's called Back to the Soil. It was produced by a good friend of mine named Jay Passaros, and we recorded it in a studio up in Franconia, New Hampshire.
Nice.
And
The Notch.
yeah, it was amazing, driving up there and just getting to be in that space to record the music was really cool. It was dead of winter. And yeah, that's a collection of, you know, songs that basically the 10 years that I spent driving around the country, you know, I'd finally kind of like crafted and perfected this collection of songs. And so Back to the Soil was my big effort to put them all together, you know, and I did a Kickstarter campaign and I raised some money and I was able to go goof off in the studio for about a week, you know.
That's so much fun.
Oh, it's great. Yeah,
And
it's such an opportunity.
When we were chatting earlier, you mentioned that you took voice lessons with Vance Gilbert.
Yeah, yep. I met Vance, I guess, about 3 months ago, and I've been taking some voice lessons with him. Yeah, I needed to. I've never really been a student. I've always just kind of been self-propelled.
Clearly, after 5 colleges. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and yeah, there's me sitting on the quad, you know, and I'm supposed to be in class somewhere. No, I mean I did. I learned a lot.
So,
in college,
what was the biggest thing that you learned in this short time with Vance as a teacher?
Well, warming up.
Yeah,
warming up properly, because I was always just kind of drive to the gig, get out of the car, set up my stuff, and just go. So that was huge, and you know, drink lots of water. That was the other big one. Don't try to stay away from the beer, stay away from the alcohol, stick to the water.
Okay,
you know.
this is a great tip for all you
yeah,
EBAS people
all
out
that
there.
other stuff can come after the gig.
2 gallons
know.
a day, apparently.
2 gallons a day. Yep, as much as you can handle.
Awesome. So we talked about that. You're a new father. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you very much. Yep.
Tell us about your baby.
Oh my God. Yeah, my baby is tiny. Well, she's actually not tiny. She's in the 90th percentile of children. She hung out for 42 weeks. She made us really wait, and then she came out, you know, smiling and happy. And well, I'm lying. She didn't come out smiling. She came out screaming. You know, now she's smiling.
In retrospect,
right? In
yeah.
retrospect, maybe I was smiling. I hope I was. It'd been a long night. And yeah, and she's great. She's 5.5 weeks old, and she's just, you know, she's starting to really figure things out. She's starting to notice us as parents, and she knows that when we pick her up, she's happy, and when we put her down, she's sad, which is kind of a new game that we play. And you know, and I've kind of got her like going to bed at 10:30 now, which is like a huge accomplishment. Last night she just closed her eyes. It was amazing.
That is great. Now,
Yeah.
is there a certain place online where folks can check out your music?
Yeah, absolutely. People can go to carlintrippmusic.com.
Okay, not media.
No, carlintrippmusic.com.
Okay.
Right. Used to be carlintripp.com, and then I didn't pay my GoDaddy fee. And somebody took it, and now it's for sale for like $2,500. I couldn't believe it.
All
I
right,
was
so
like,
carlintrippmusic.com.
carlintrippmusic.com.
All right, awesome. All right, well, we appreciate having you on the show. We got
Thank
some
you
more
so
music
much.
coming up with a
Yeah.
12-string.
Yep.
And I know one
It's
song
gonna be
coming up
great.
is about your daughter, so we're looking
Yes.
forward to hearing that.
Yep,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, so now we're going to do our flashback segment to last month's artist. They came from the Indian Hill Music School. They're the Indian Hill Jazz Ensemble. You can check them out at indianhillmusic.org, and they've did a great job. So let's roll that clip.
'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft, and although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, one that I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no finer witch than you.
And we're back. Again, that was the Indian Hill Jazz Ensemble. You can check them out or learn more about the Indian Hill Music School in Littleton, Massachusetts at indianhillmusic.org. Again, Carlin, Tripp,
Yeah.
carlintrippmusic.com. We've got a couple more songs coming up from him and much more. So right after this short break, we'll be back with more music from Carlin Tripp. If you are a singer-songwriter, band, or musician that would like to appear on an upcoming episode of Local Music Rocks, just check us out on Facebook at Local Music Rocks Westford and send us a message. You can see yourself on an upcoming episode.
From a winter sky, the snow was falling as we slipped away outside. From a winter sky, the stars were calling, and I saw the love light in your eyes. And I'm holding on to the good times. No, I'm never gonna let you go. Gonna tell the world I love you. Gonna tell the world I love my arrow rose. Whoa. Yes, I love my arrow rose. Whoa, yes, I love my arrow rose. Sweet like summer, warm as the rain, washing down that gravel road. True as devotion, yeah, we were swimming, and I found an ocean in your soul, and I'm holding on to the good times. No, I'm never gonna let you go. Gonna tell the world I love you. Gonna tell the world I love my arrow rose. Whoa, yes, I love my arrow rose. Whoa, oh, yes, I love my arrow rose. And I'm holding on to the good times. No, I'm never gonna let you go. Gonna tell the world I love you. Gonna tell the world I love my arrow rose. Whoa, yes, I love my arrow rose. Whoa, oh, yes, I love my arrow rose. Oh, yes, I love my arrow rose. Whoa. Well, I see stardust when I got Georgia on my mind, and I can't lose this. A current place and time, and I'm so happy whichever way the wind blows. Oh, whoa. Oh, in life it's like a season. You never know. You get buried in the snow. Oh, and I can't help believing the flowers are gonna grow. Oh, oh, whoa, oh, whoa. Oh, and things keep going right. There ain't nothing left behind. The road we see ahead is paved with gold instead. Yeah, yeah, it's paved with gold instead. All right.
And that's our show for tonight. We'd like to thank our featured artist, Carlin Tripp. You can check him out at carlintrippmusic.com. And our flashback artist, the Indian Hill Jazz Ensemble. You can learn more about their school at indianhillmusic.org. And you can check us out on Facebook at Local Music Rocks Westford and our own website, localmusicrocks.com. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.